Welcome to Green Transportation. Today we'll be talking about transportation and how it affects the environment. Transportation is a means of conveying people or goods. As a group, we asked the research question, how many students live within walking distance of campus and drive instead of walk? In order to do this, we conducted a survey of 28 students who lived in a range of 1 to 15 or more miles. The info we obtained helped us to hypothesize that commuters generally prefer to drive long distance alone rather than use alternative forms of transportation.
For our methods for our report, we had conducted a survey of 13 questions that we had formulated as a group. Among these 13 questions, here's the survey here on the screen. We asked some background information regarding their status at Brockport and where they live and their age and how far they live from campus, as well as the type of vehicles that they own, whether they walk, bicycle, what forms of transportation that they use on campus, and whether or not they use and are aware of the alternative forms of transportation on campus. Our target was strictly students that live off of campus. The survey was conducted via forms.brockport.edu. A survey had been sent via Richard Harris through the Community Development Services. He's the coordinator of off-campus student services. He posted the survey to the off-campus student wall, and students were able to go to the link and take the survey. And once the survey was conducted and we had received proper amount of data, we had then taken the data and formulated it into Excel and discussed as a group how we were going to use that to support our hypothesis. Okay, so I'd like to present to you the results that we received as responses from 28 students on campus to the questions in our survey. This was our results from how many students use the form of transportation as walking. We have it listed based on the amount of miles that they live from campus, and we have the amount of responses based on how far they live for never, sometimes, and often. In never, we have 9 students that live more than 15 miles away from campus that never walk, which is understandable. But then we also have 3 students that live more than 15 miles away that often walk, which may be a misunderstanding. And then you can see we have 4 students that live less than 1 mile that do not walk. They never walk. That's certainly something that they should consider as far as environmental impact goes. I'll go ahead to the next one. This is the amount of students that we have that bicycle to campus as a form of commute. In never, we have 8 students that live more than 15 miles that never bicycle. 1 to 5 miles, we have 1, and less than 1 mile, we have 5, which is significant, though we do have 1 that often rides bicycle to school that lives within less than 1 mile. But we should see more over here in the often for bicycling, considering there are students that live within a decent range to bicycle to school. For carpooling, we have a very low response rate for sometimes and often, and a high response rate for never. So a lot of students aren't aware of carpooling in the rideshare program, where you're able to go to the website, put your information in there, and they will set you up with other rideshares so that you can carpool. Driving alone, we have 8 students that live 1 to 5 miles from campus that often drive alone, which could certainly carpool. And then never, we have 3 students less than 1 mile that never drive alone. And then we have a few sometimes. For campus shuttle, you'll see that we don't have very many that actually use the campus shuttle. The campus shuttle doesn't go to a lot of places off campus, but it does go to the Brockport crossings. So students that live at Brockport crossings could certainly use the campus shuttle rather than driving to campus. Total number of students who use each form of transportation, we have 16% of students that walk, 16% that bike, 39% that drive alone, 21% that carpool, 4% that use campus shuttle, and 4% that use public transportation. And that just gives you an overall view of what the preferred form of transportation is, and that's driving alone, when of course we could be improving environmental impacts by using some of these alternative forms of transportation.
As shown in our results section, commuter students here at the College of Brockport preferred to travel alone rather than use the alternate forms of transportation provided by the college, such as carpooling, rideshare, campus shuttle, fast tracks, bicycling, walking, and public transportation. The benefits of each of these things is that not only does it help save you gas, which also earns you quite a few extra bucks in your pocket, which in this day's economy, who can't afford that, but it also allows you to maybe make a few friends with the carpooling aspect, and it also, environmentally, manages to cut back on the whole CO2 thing that everyone talks about, which leads to global warming if you believe in that sort of thing, and it also would just be better because, I mean, why would you want to put more stuff up in the atmosphere? I mean, it causes... But, so anyway, that would be our discussion section, and have a great day.
Welcome to Fast Track's Bike Rental Service, where for just your student ID card and a smile, you can rent a bike for free. Go to the Student Seymour Union and rent a bike using your ID card, or call 395-TRACKS.